Hi everyone, and welcome to my weekly Facebook Live show, Irresistible You. It's every Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and 6 p.m. British Time. And wherever you are in the world, you can Google and find out your time zones. You can convert your time zone and know when the show is happening, so you can participate with your real energy. That's so important, because this is all is it about, right? Live shows, when you can show up, you can put your energy out there, you participate, and this is how we create collective energy together to help each other to break through obstacles, blockages, and manifest what we really truly want. So that's very, very powerful, and we shouldn't forget and we shouldn't underestimate this power, right, of the collective energy. So today I have a very, very special topic, and it's a bit mysterious, and it's very powerful. And when I announced this topic earlier this week, I talked to a few women about it, and they asked me kind of the same question. So what is this inner masculine, how it's connected with the soulmate? How does it work? What exactly it means? So the theme today is discover your inner masculine equals manifest your soulmate. Discover your inner masculine means manifest your soulmate. So this is what we're going to focus today. So whoever jumps in, you're welcome to say hi. Where are you from? Even when you're watching on replay, I always come back to you. I respond to your questions. I make comments if you share something. So put your energy out there, and it's always will come back to you the way you put it out there, right? So it's like the universal law of exchange. So you put your energy, share your likes, share your hearts, share your comments, emotions, and then when we build up the collective energy, it comes back to you. It's all real stuff. And we are going to talk about these effects today. We are going to talk about energetic laws of the universe and how it's connected with the topic, with today's topic. So, okay, let's dive in. And somebody show up, say hi, say where you're from, so I can say hi back to you. So let's start on this topic. So the thing is that no matter what gender we represent in this life, hi, nice to see you, where are you from? No matter what gender we represent in this life, in this physical world, we all have both energies, it's masculine and feminine. Oh, from London, welcome. we have both energies, masculine and feminine, right? And even, you know, in your life you can feel that sometimes it's like feminine is play out, sometimes it's masculine plays out. So the soul, or our energy, spiritual energy, doesn't have a gender. This is the quality of this physical world, this physical reality. So knowing that, it helps us to understand that we do have both energies within us, and the way we understand them, connect with them, and navigate them, this is what is going on in our life, right? The way we feel them and experience them inside is being mirrored in outside reality. This is how the energy works, right? So if you're born as a woman, we're meant to externalize our feminine more, right? To be more in our feminine than our masculine. And the masculine is still there. It can step forward when it's needed. There are certain situations in life when we do need our masculines to step forward. For example, to make decisions, to take action, to say no to something, to set up our boundaries, right? To be like decisive and strong. That's the masculine, and that's the relationship between inner feminine and masculine always stands up, steps forward to kind of protect this inner feminine. So in modern world, because our modern world is still patriarchal, you know, not because of any kind of judgment, but because the modern social system is built up on purely masculine principles, and the feminine principles, they are like kind of still not very important. That's why women who become successful, and we learn subconsciously, unconsciously in childhood, to become successful as a woman, we have to step more in our masculine, because the whole world is functioning on the masculine principles, right? To be accepted, to achieve something, to be successful in business, in career, and education, it's very masculine structures. So we develop as a response of survival and adaptation, we women also develop our masculine. So many women in modern world, especially successful women, they are more in their masculine, right? Now, I talk a lot about activating the feminine, and this is the era, you know, in the human history where the feminine is coming back, and we are about to bring the balance back in the system, in the collective system. But it starts with ourselves. That's why I talk so much about activating empowered feminine, the return of divine feminine, and etc. But today we'll focus on inner masculine and how it can serve us in our relationship, right? We talked so much before, again, how important for us women to be in our feminine when we are in a relationship with a man, right? Because if we stay in our masculine in relationship with a man, it's going to be this dynamics between two masculine energies. And what happens when two masculine energies are together? You can look even in the nature that two masculine energy, they create this dynamics of competition, or like of fight, of trying to dominate. So that's deep inside of our like masculine genes. So when we're in that mode, we create that, you know, power games with our partners. So that's so important to integrate the feminine in relationship. However, today we'll see how important it is to be connected to our inner masculine and how it can help us in our relationship. And beforehand, it can help us to manifest our soulmate, or your life partner, the person who is meant to be with you in this lifetime, right? So how it's connected with your inner masculine. So when I work with my clients, I introduce them to this Asian tantric practice of working with your inner masculine, right? And discovering both. So when you connect with yourself, when you find that inner masculine, you go into every detail of feeling who he is, what kind of man he is. It's like imagining that you are born as a man. So it's you, but in the opposite gender. So finding that empowered center of your inner masculine and going deeper into that, and just learning how it feels to be in that space, who he is, what kind of energetic qualities he has. It's a little bit different than just writing the list of external qualities, which can be helpful, but this one is fundamental because everything is energy, right? So discovering that place where you know that that's my inner masculine, and that's basically it's you in the opposite gender. Now, your inner masculine is directly connected to your soulmate, the man that you want to meet. He has exactly the same qualities, energetic qualities. And once you discover that inner masculine within yourself, you can go ahead, and there are certain practices that you can learn using your breath, using your energy, and imagination. Imagination is very important here. We extremely underestimate the power of our imagination. And really exploring a relationship, internal relationship between your inner feminine and inner masculine, and see what kind of relationship they have. Like choosing to live this relationship from the place of empowerment and truth. So your inner empowered feminine has a relationship with your inner empowered masculine. And you learn so much by experiencing that. And not just imagining as a picture or something external from you, right? You're imagining it and you're living it. So you're producing emotion. So you're actually enjoying whatever is going on between your inner masculine and inner feminine, experiencing it in the fullest way, just as much as you can feel it, that emotion. Well, usually it's, if you really can tap into that energy, it's very enjoyable. You enjoy this relationship. You enjoy whatever is going on your inner plane. Your psyche, so the human psyche, is designed the way that it cannot really discern from real physical experience and imaginative or memory experience. So if you activate that emotion, that feeling, your psyche can't see the difference. It becomes real for you. That is why I can help you to digest this. It sounds a little bit different because we don't really talk about this thing in such depth in the practical application, because we all, many of us know about law of attraction, right? But only few of us can really apply law of attraction in real life and really get results, create a difference, right? Really manifest what we create inside. So this is what I'm talking about. So look at your dreams and your night dreams. Do they feel real to you? Do they feel powerful? Sometimes our night dreams are even more powerful than our normal daily experiences, because we are not completely present in the moment during our routine experiences. Well, we think, what's next? What's agenda? What's plan? Can I keep up with this? Do I do right or wrong? So you always have this internal dialogue of your rational mind, analyzing your experiences, judging, course-correcting, whatever. It's always going on and on. So that requires a lot of energy. So your rational mind is very demanding in terms of consuming your energy. So when you sleep, your rational mind is idle. It's asleep. So you actually, in your dreams, are extremely present with your energy. That's why dreams are so powerful. You can wake up and you can have these goosebumps and this sensation, butterflies in your stomach, because your dream is so real. It is so powerful. It is more powerful than your reality, because there is nothing on the way of your experience, right? Of your feeling, being present with that experience. Your rational mind is not analyzing, is not judging. It doesn't create doubts, right? So that's the good example of how our psyche takes any kind of emotional experience. So emotion is a pure energy. And if you're emotionally experiencing something, it is real for you. That's why, your friend is like really heartbroken and worried about something, and you don't understand why they worry, because for you it's not a big deal. But it's the emotion that makes that experience very powerful, strong, and real. It's not just the story that you hear, it's the emotion and the energy behind it. So that's why this Asian practice of Tantra, of discovering your inner masculine and activating and building the relationship with your inner masculine, is so powerful, because it makes it real. Whatever you create on your inner plane, whatever your relationship you have with your inner feminine and your inner masculine, and how much you enjoy that relationship, what you put into that, does it come from that authentic, deep space in your heart this is what you truly want to create. So you are a creator. You're already creating this relationship inside yourself, on your inner screen, inside of your internal universe, right? So now external world is always mirroring our internal world energetically, right? So whatever energy you create is being mirrored in external world as well. So now external world is the mirroring process is kind of slow, because the physical reality is very dense and it's very inert. So it takes a few days, at least a few days, to manifest whatever you create inside of yourself. That also depends on how much energy you put into the experience. If your emotion is very strong, very powerful, and very real inside of you, your manifestation process will be faster. You will manifest whatever you create inside of yourself faster, because you have more energy. You accumulated more energy. You put more fuel into your emotion, right? So your car of manifestation is faster. We say the thought is just a car or a story, and emotion is fuel, and that's energy. So depending on what you put there, this is also faster you receive the results. So now this is how you can use this technique when you're single, for example, in your relationship that uncertain or not very inspiring for you, and you really want to find somebody that you truly connect, and somebody who you truly believe that this is the person you're supposed to be with and have a relationship with, like your soulmate, right? You can truly use this technique and create that experience within yourself and enjoy it. It's like, this is why they say you have to feel this experience inside of you like you already got it in the external world, because it doesn't make any difference if you feel it that strong. See? Now to create let's go through 3 important things. What do you need to make that experience real and to build a bridge of manifestation from internal to external, right? The first one is you have to be in a very deep and open receiving states. So manifestation is not about physical action. You don't need to make a plan. You don't need to create an agenda. You don't need to create expectations. So you don't need to do anything externally. It's all about processing it internally. And then surrendering to the wisdom of the universe that whatever you created will be mirrored in the external world. So this faith, these open states, this trust is very important, because if you don't have it, you know, your rational mind is awake and it will block it. It will doubt it. It will take the energy out of this experience, creating obstacles, creating blockages. So when you reach this deep, open, receiving state, and it's what we say, surrendering to the wisdom of the universe. Like most of us believe that there is a God, that there is the universe, there is a higher power, there is a source energy, and we trust that this force above us, more powerful than us, beyond our comprehension, is also benevolent, and so it cares about us, and we're connected with it. Moreover, we're part of it, right? So when we surrender to this power, we already created this experience inside of ourselves, and that's all we have to do. Now, the next step is just surrender and open up and relax and not block it with a rational mind, right? This is when this bridge is being built. This is when you start manifest effortlessly. Now the second one is actually reminding yourself about it. Like, hey, Do I believe in the power of the universe? Do I believe that there is a higher power above us? Do I believe that if I trust it, I'm always supported? So that's very important to remind yourself, because we isolate ourselves so much. Like theoretically we believe, right? But then when it comes to different situations, we fall into fear. So reminding yourself constantly that you are supported by the higher power, and you're part of it. And the third tip of how to manifest your internal experience that you created in this situation, it's your relationship with feminine, inner feminine, inner masculine, is to be more consistent. Because what happens with many of us, we go up and down. So today I feel it, tomorrow I drop and go into the doubt. Today I feel it up, tomorrow I fall down. So if you're going up and down too often, you create, basically you stay where you are. You don't change, so you're on the zero. So you kind of, the experience can be manifested this way because there is no consistency. So if you find a way to stay consistently in this vibration, connected to the experience you created inside of yourself, and staying in these open states, receiving states, and surrendering to the universe, these three steps, or the three tips, can really activate your manifestation process. And your partner, your potential partner, your soulmate, will be drawn to you because you already vibrating on that frequency, right? Because you already created that experience. And it's so real, like it happens so many times. If you have doubts, you can just take your journal and write down how many times you were supported by some invisible force. When you doubted, when you fear, and then your fears were not, you know, the reality actually turned out to be better than your fears. There was nothing to be afraid of. You were supported. There was something shows up in your life, and you find a way to survive, to go through hard times, right? There is always something comes up. So just believing in that is enough. Now, also remembering, if we are all coming from the same source, we're all one, right? It's kind of too general for many of us. It's kind of beyond our capacity to feel it, maybe, most of the time. There can be some mystical experiences when we feel oneness with the God, with the source. But even if you like reminding yourself, or your mind, that okay, we are all connected, everything is interconnected. And if you're looking for your partner is actually the energy that is most connected to you. It's the closest to you. So when we're split, you know, in our physical reality in two genders, it means there is not enough wholeness. So we are drawn to each other to come back to initial wholeness, to oneness, right? To have both masculine and feminine. When we have it inside, right? We have both pieces connected inside. Now it's easier to manifest that, the same process in outside. So your soulmate will be drawn to you the more you are connected to your inner masculine, because basically it's the same energy. That is why so many people have this experience when they meet somebody in real life, in physical life, and they feel like they have already met them before. They seem familiar. They recognize them. I know you, I remember you, I don't know why, but this is the way I feel. Did it happen to you? Who experienced that? You can share in the comments. I experienced that, and that feels magical, it feels mysterious, it feels beyond comprehension, but you have no doubt about it at the same time. It's like, yes, I know. You don't need to prove yourself, how you know, where you know this person, but you know they feel familiar, like you know the energy. That is why, because they already connected to you through your inner masculine, if this is like your partner, right? So that's why it's so powerful. and that's why it's so real. And as I said, your night dreams is a good example to see how powerful you can feel without actually having physical experience in this reality. It's totally the same. You can consciously create that experience within yourself, and then it will be manifested into external realities. Even moreover, sometimes we have this like lucid dreams, right? We have these dreams that become true. So that's also the connection. That's also the bridge between internal reality, energetic universe, and physical reality, physical universe. And we're still digesting Einstein and relativity theory and quantum mechanics, because the bridge between science and spiritual energy already exists. It's already a scientific fact. We just forget about it in our ordinary life. We can bring it back to our belief system, to our everyday experience, and we can live it. Now, before I finish today, I just want to mention that one time when I was exploring my own inner masculine, I went pretty far with that. So I was actually writing stories. I was writing a book, and I created this masculine character that I was really connected with. So I almost identified myself with that character. So the magical thing that happened to me while I was in this creative process, I actually managed to manifest the character from my book, from my stories in real life. So I met a person who resembled my character so much that he was saying words and phrases and certain things that I was writing about in my book. And that actually blew my mind. This is when I experienced it in real life, and now I have absolutely no doubt that this is real. If I can meet a character of my book in outside world, for sure you can meet your soulmate if you find this connection within yourself, with your inner masculine. Now that's why yesterday I made a video in my Facebook group, and I said I'm in the process of simplifying my life and business right now. I don't want to have too much agenda. I don't want to have too many plans. I don't want to be overwhelmed with routine and different tasks and actions. It's exhausting, right? This is why our life is overwhelming and exhausting right now, because we're focusing on achievements, we're focusing on external actions. Now, manifestation is an internal process, and you don't need to do absolutely nothing. You know, you do whatever flows during your day. Of course, you have more and less certain plans, but you don't create overwhelming experience for yourself with too much agenda. So that's why I simplify my business, I simplify my life, finding that feeling, what feels right, and only leave what feels right, what works the best. I let go of everything that is not aligned with that or powerfully connected. Anything that doesn't powerfully work for me, for my clients, for my business, for my family, right? So I let go of many things and just focusing on central. And this is how I manifest things. I also use this approach in my business, and before I had this business, I had other businesses that were successful as well, and I always received what I wanted. But not in this straightforward, masculine, pushing, struggling way. I don't need to win. I'm just open to receive. So if you're interested to learn more about this, you're welcome to private message me or book a private call with me on this page. There is a button book now, so you can just schedule your time. Your first consultation is free, and we can talk how I can help you and what exactly you desire inside your heart, right? All right, thank you for being here with me. That was a great time together, and I wish you a great weekend. and I talk to you next Friday. Bye bye.